Hey, what's up? My name is Crystal. We live in Connecticut. I'm outside in my garden today. It is March 24th, 2024. And over the past few days, we've been doing work here and there when we have a moment to get outside, get some things done. It rained yesterday and we had lots of wind and it got down to 24 degrees, I believe, last night. At least that's what it said in the greenhouse this morning. I put a thermometer in there that's telling me every day what the highest temperature is and then also what the lowest temperature is. So that's been really helpful, being able to gauge how cold it gets in the greenhouse. I have started seeds outside earlier than I have in previous years. For sure, it was typical New England. It went from nice warm temperatures right back down to freezing, just like that. I've had really good experiences in the past where I sow seeds and then we have extremely cold weather and they end up sprouting and they're hardy and they do just fine. The other thing I worked on was getting the strawberry bed cleaned out over here, as well as getting the landscape fabric positioned better. All of this fabric was ripped up and it was just weeds everywhere. So Steve and I cleaned up this, did the front of the garden over there, and I'm gonna do the sides too. The other thing that's really exciting is Steve and I started figuring out a bigger plan on what our goal is for this garden. First of all, I wasn't too thrilled to see that a lot of the wood beds that we have are already pretty severely rotting. And I knew that was gonna happen. I just didn't know it was gonna happen so quickly. We have to start planning ahead of what kind of garden beds we wanna do and how we wanna replace these moving forward. It seemed like a really overwhelming task. And so Steve was like, why don't we build a new garden over on this side? We'll be able to still grow our plants and then slowly replace the beds in the main garden. We'll end up with beds over here on this side and brand new beds with a new layout on the other side. And we'll just start chipping away at it, and it will just be a slow project that we will get done year after year until eventually it's where we like it. So while I'll still have in-ground beds, I'm gonna also want ones that are raised up so that it's a little bit easier on the back and I'll still be able to grow things long term. The other thing we worked on was the fencing. So we removed the fencing that was originally inside of the garden and we moved it to the outside. We have been slowly putting in the T-posts of varying lengths depending on what we have, and then the wooden stakes on top of that zip tied to make it the full 8 or 9 feet, and then we have the deer fencing going around that, and that seems to be working pretty well for us for now. For the most part, most of the garden is done. I would like to add a couple more gates to be able to get in and out easier. I'd like one over here by the chicken coop and then one on this side behind the greenhouse so that we can easily have quick ways to get in and out of the garden. I would like to redo the fencing with something more permanent and maybe more appealing to the eye. Trying to find that balance of not so expensive but it still looks nice is always the challenge here. I like what we did with the goat pen where we painted the T-posts black and then we have the non-climbing horse fence going around it mixed with the stained wood. I might do the same thing over here with the garden. I was intending this year on expanding the strawberry bed, but I don't think I'm going to do that this year. There's other projects that I would like to get done. It was really overwhelming for me to think of all the things that needed to get done out here, but we've been doing it. That's it. I just wanted to give a quick update on how our garden was doing and what we've been working on. I hope you're able to get outside wherever you are, and we will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye!